Hi guys, welcome to the Python Essentials Exercise Solution Lecture. I hope you have already completed these tasks. However, let's go through these tasks one by one in this lecture. So, in the question 1, he is asking for what is 5 to the power of 3. So you have to find 5 raised to power 3. We know we can use double static to get the value. So 5 raised to power 3, 125. In the next task, he is asking for what is the remainder if 9 is divided by 2. So we know we can use modulo separator to get the remainder. This is 1. In the next task, convert the string s, which is already given here, into uppercase and into a list. So asking for two tasks. First convert this into uppercase, then split into a list. Let's run this first. S dot upper. Let's run this one. So we have this in uppercase. Let's apply split here. And we don't need to pass in any argument because we are splitting these words at white spaces. So this is our output, and he's asking for the same output. Convert the string s into lowercase and split at hash. So once again, the similar task. Let's run this string first, and we can copy this code again because this is the similar task. Instead of upper, we need lower here. So we are converting the string into lowercase and then splitting at, we have to pass in hash as well. So we are splitting at hash. My name is Qazi and no hash sign here. So in the next task, we have province equal to Alberta and population is equal to 4.5. So we need to print the total population of Alberta is 4.5 millions. So there are some instructions given. Create placeholders inside the string in the print statement. Pass in the initialized variables which are province and population to the format to fill in the placeholders. So let's initialize these ones and write a print statement here, and the total population of, now here we have a placeholder because we have province, so is again the population. We need another placeholder here, this is dot at the end, we want dot as well, dot format and province, and we pass in population. Let's print this one. The total population of Alberta is 4.1. We are missing million here. Million. So the total population of Alberta is 4.1 million. So we got the same answer. This is twice output, so we don't need to worry about this thing. We can copy this and again paste it like this. So we have 2 times this output. Can you grab Canada from the nested list using indexing? So this is our list here, and we want to grab Canada. So let's run this list first. Now we need Canada. Index 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 0, 1, 2, and 3. What we need, we need something A at place 4, which is index 3. So we have Canada here. Now we can further index on this list here. 0, and what we want? We want 1 here. 1. And it's very simple now, 0. So we got Canada in the output. List name of provinces, which are keys actually, from the dictionary below. So it's very simple again. We know keys and values method. So we can simply, let's run this dictionary first. We need to run this cell first so that we can create a dictionary. So d dot keys. So we want the same output, so let's pass into the list. So we have the list of keys in the output. From the nested dictionary, grab the word Montreal. So we have this dictionary, we need to grab the word Montreal. Let's see what is the key for Montreal first. Because dictionary is a key value pair, and we need to access Montreal through its key. K1, this is the first key value pair, and this is our second key value pair. So this whole list of dictionary of list is actually associated with key K2. So we have to D K2. Something went wrong. Let's see if we need to run this again. Yes, we didn't run the dictionary before, so now we have the K2 and we get the Montreal in K2. Now if we look at this output, we have a list. At index 0 we have 1. At index 1 we have this complete dictionary. Let's do the further indexing and pass in 1. Okay, we got the dictionary and Montreal within somewhere in that dictionary. So now we have a key again. We can call key again BC. So we got Montreal in our output. Now if we look at this list again, we have SK at 0, ON on 1, 2, and then a dictionary again at 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's further index, and this is 3. Now we have a dictionary with key as Calgary and value in this list 1, 2, 3 Montreal. So let's pass in Calgary, which is a key. It's misspelling here. Okay, we got Montreal in this one, and now we can simply index 0, 1, 2, 3. Here it is. So we got Montreal output. This is a little long. It's nested, but it's kind of very deep nesting. Let's move on to the next one. What is the main difference between a tuple and a list? I hope you remember tuple is immutable, where list is mutable. We can change the list, but we can't change the tuple. We can add element in the list. We can't add or replace or change the element or the item in the tuple. So the next one is an element can appear multiple times in a set. This is false because set contains the unique elements only. If we have 3 or 4 times any number, it only appears once in a set. Let's move on to the next one. You got email address, something username at some domain.ca. Write a function to split the website domain. So this is the website part, and we need to separate this part. Remember, we can use split, but he's asking for to write a function. So let's write a simple function. Oh, he has given get domain. Let's write a function get domain, def get domain, and then pass in email colon here, and what we want in return email dot split, and we want to split at sign. Okay, and let's call this function in the same block. So we have username and some domain name .ca. So we only want the second part in this list. So we can pass in -1 here. Here it is. So we have written a function, called it here, and we got the output which is same. Let's move on to the next question. Can you write a function that tells you if there is a word Calgary in the provided string? How to deal with the word city, or I think it should be Calgary, if Calgary is capitalized. So create a function, pass the string s to the function. In order to account for capitalization, we will use lower and split at white spaces. So this is hint. Let's create a string first. S equal to this string. Write a function def find city, pass in this string colon return Calgary in s dot lower, dealing with capitalization here, converting everything in this string to the lowercase, and then split at white space. And let's call this function find city and pass in this string s. Yes, so we have a string here. We define a function find city with one argument, return Calgary, dealing with the capitalization, splitting at white space. So we have a list and we are finding out if word Calgary is in the list, and if the word Calgary is in string s, we get true. So let's move on to the next one. Write a function to return square of numbers from 1 to 5. Use range method here. So we want to use range method here, and we want to write a function square. We have already written such functions in our previous lectures. So let's start with writing a function def square, pass in parameter numsq equal to initializing a list so that we can append the squares of the numbers in pram for num in pram for loop num dot what we want append. We want to append with numsq. Append what we want to append, num square, because he's asking for square, and then we want to return, this is s and this is q. Now we want to return what we are getting from this for loop, and let's call the function in the same block. Square is asking for range 1 to 5. So if we want 1 to 5, we need to pass in 1 to 6. Here it is. So we are getting 1, 4, 9, 16 square of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. The next question is write lambda expression for the function above. Use map and range. So for this function, he's asking for to write a lambda expression. So we have written the same expression in our Python essential lectures. So let's start with writing lambda expression. Lambda num, what we want, num square. Okay, let's pass into map, and we know map needs two arguments, and the second argument here is range, because this is our second argument. Let's copy this one and paste it here. So map, first argument is a function, a lambda expression here, which is returning the square of number, and the second argument is a list on which we are calculating square. Let's pass into a list so that we can get the output. Here it is, 2 4 6 9. So we need square, so it should be 2 asterisks. Now here it is, 1 4 9 16 and 25. Let's move on to the next one. Filter the words from the list that start with C. We have a list, wedge list, and we want to filter the word that start with C. Use lambda expression and filter, and our output should be cabbage and chicken. So this is our list. Let's run this code first. Now we have list. Let's start with the lambda expression again. Lambda word, what we want to know, the first character C, M. We want to check these first one, so we can index on string. So this is index 0. So word at 0, what we want, equal to C, and then wedge list. So we have the lambda expression to check if the first letter is C, and the wedge list. Let's pass into filter, and then pass in this whole code to list. Now we have filter, we have first argument lambda expression to check the first letter C, wedge list, and then we are passing into list to print. So cabbage and chicken, we got our output. So let's move on to the next question. You are a loyal customer and the store is offering discounts to their loyal customers. What are the discounts between 0 and 50 Canadian dollar? 10% discount. Between 51 and 100, 20%. More than 100, 40%. And if it's Monday and you're spending more than 50 Canadian dollar, you get cherry on top, $5 off. You need to write a function to calculate how much the customer will pay for any spending. It's a little tricky. You need to develop a logic first. If needed, take a pen and notebook and write down the logic. After writing a function, you need to test a function on this list. 50, 51, 100, 101. So I already have this function written here. Let's go through the code. Define, upay is the function name. We are doing calculation on spending, and the second argument is if it's Monday or not. So if spending is less than 51, like 0 and 50, which is less than 51, return spending minus 10% discount on spending. This is simple. If it's Monday today, then we are getting $5 discount, but if spending more than 50. So Monday today and spending greater or equal to 51. For and, both conditions must be true. If they both are true, our spending is actually spending minus 5 because we are getting $5 off. So we have new spending, which is equal to spending minus 5. Else, If it's not Monday, we have new spending is equal to spending. So we are not getting any discount, and our new spending is same as spending, which is initial value here. So if spending is greater than 50 and spending is less than 100, once again, both conditions must be satisfied. We are getting 20% discount. And if spending is not between 50 and 100, it's more than 100, we are getting 40% discounts. So this is our function. Let's run this function and do the test here. Test 50, 51, 50, test 50, 51, 100 and 101, and let's run the for loop here on test. For num in test print for num, which is 50, for first element, you pay, calling the function passing in num argument false, mean it's not Monday. So if we run, we're getting this output which is same what is given. So if it is on Monday, we are passing true. Let's copy this one, paste it here. Yes, so our function is returning the value after discount, which is a cherry $5 further discount. So great job, guys. I hope you got a very good understanding on Python basics. Let's move on to the next section. See you in the next lecture. Good luck.